Hey everyone, welcome to Hope for Survival YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to our new subscribers. Welcome to the preparedness journey into the chaos that we are living through. Seems like every day is a new chapter, doesn't it? Sorry for looking like I've been dragged through the mud. I've been outside all morning working in the garden and hooking up the camper and prepping it to take off this afternoon for another 4-day journey out for getting away from things and taking our oldest granddaughter camping for a few days while she visits. So it always takes work, doesn't it? And I think they picked about 7 bags of pears, what they could reach, and the pear tree is loaded and ready either for picking or for the wasps to enjoy it. There'll probably be a lot of diabetic wasps roaming around, bouncing off of the trees before long. The pears are super sweet, as always. So we usually make some pear sauce, like applesauce, and some pear jam without adding sugar and putting some cinnamon and so forth. So anyway, I wanted to come and talk to you about something to think about. There's a lot of folks all over who are up in arms regarding the flock cameras, and rightfully so. And we can question or define what is privacy and how it is or isn't defined in the Constitution. But here's something that you need to think about. Folks are going bonkers over the flock system, but I don't recall over the last 20 years the same people that are up in arms over the flock system being up in arms over so many other things around us that are collecting information about us and who we communicate with, who are our friends, our travel, what we buy, and things of that nature. I can remember, 25, 30 years ago, roughly, maybe even longer, when I was, for a short period, doing my undergrad in forensics, and was actually wanting to become a profiler of serial killers until I found out that I was 28 and the highest age you could be to apply for the FBI to get in that program was 27. So anyway, I changed my major to psychology, and I stuck with it. And that's what I finished my undergrad in, was psychology. But during those studies, some of the things that we learned, this was before the internet and things of that nature. Did you know that when the community trash collection company, back then there was far fewer companies doing it, but they even tracked your garbage back then when they would pick it up. They knew what day they would do what neighborhoods and specific trucks to where they would dump the trash at the city landfill. So oftentimes, if crimes were committed, some unlucky soul would have to go out and dig through the rubble, but they knew where to go to. Okay? Think back, way back when we had shared landlines, and you would pick the phone up and a neighbor would be on the phone talking to Aunt Sally, and they would stay on for hours, and you would need to make a phone call and they would still be on there talking, but it was a shared landline. But they were able to tell, even with shared landlines and then private landlines up through cell phones, they knew who all called you and who you called. Okay, this was all information that was through a system that they collected this information. And it has advanced so much so that your cell phone pings off of towers and you're tracked that way. And people are always trying to find gimmicks and ways around having their information collected and their whereabouts collected and so on and so forth. But they've been doing this. The IRS, banks, grocery stores now with the everything is scanned, and so many folks are using the little card on their key ring that's specific to a store. They get a 15-cent discount or something off of items they purchase. All that's going into a database. How about all your medical records that are now online? How about your medical devices, pacemakers, CPAP machines, and things of that nature? You know, when I go on my cell phone and I look at what's connected to Bluetooth, I see my CPAP machine on there connecting, okay? And it's so the medical folks on their end can tap in to see if that device is working and if my health has gone up or down to adjust the CPAP. So this is not a new thing, okay? And you know, if the flock devices bother you so much, find out where they are and find different routes you can drive, which I do. Find out different routes you can drive to get around where the flocks are located at, okay? And, you know, some folks talk about devices spraying on or tin or something on their license plates. You might want to look at your state laws, because many that I've looked at, many states, it's against the law to tamper with those license plates in the view. But they're not just collecting your license plate number, they're also looking at the make and model and color of your car. Are there any unique features on it? Is it jacked up? Do you have running board lights? Stickers on the back of your pickup truck window, or if you got an SUV, do you have stickers on? They're called unique identifiers. So, you know, it's the world we live in, and it's been going on for a long, long time. All right, and we're kind of now in the eighth or ninth inning of the advancements of technology that you cannot escape it. And there's no way that you can escape it. 20 years ago, I can't remember what I was studying, but 20 or 25 years ago, it was talking about if you wanted to escape your identity, how could you do it? And it basically meant you would basically have to find a total stranger in a parking garage somewhere where there was cover and the cameras and the towers couldn't pick up. And you would have to ditch all your identity, your wallet, and everything, and you would have to get in a trunk and ride out of the parking garage with a total stranger. Well, why couldn't you use someone who knows you? Well, because at some point, either a text message or a phone call connects you to that person. And when they start pulling up data to find you, all those people that you've been connected to, an employer or so forth, they're going to have that data. So, you know, even if you live totally off grid, maybe a homesteader, and you provide your own water and utilities and so forth, you're still in the system at some point. You have likely filed income taxes. You've likely at some point had a job, and all your social security number and all that information is in the system. For mine, my DNA from having a top secret clearance for 30 years or more. My information, my DNA, everything is in the system. So, if someone asks you, well, what would be the easiest way to basically escape out of your skin and escape the world, there is no answer. Okay, and the likelihood of putting up a fight and taking it to court, and the court passing it through the Supreme Court, the likelihood is you're going to lose, because I would imagine it's going to be declared an item of not national security to America that they have these systems. Go all the way back to 911 and the Patriot Act. Agree, disagree. It's another day. But there's lots of advantages of the flock system from the perspective of law enforcement, fighting crime, tracking threats, who comes in on airlines, identities, so on and so forth. The big thing today is 25, 30 years ago, all this data was kept individually within a county and state. The big difference the last 10, 20 years is it's all in a central database now. The flock system is just collecting more data and feeding it in to the individual folders, your unique identifiers of individuals that goes through, and that system collects their information. So instead of turning your life upside down and being flustered and concerned, figure out ways around it. It's the best thing I can tell you. Is it's very, very hard to take on the system because they have the time and they have the money to outlast you, and they can financially ruin you and ruin your life. Even worse so than you living in this digital world. We knew this was coming. We've known it was coming for many, many years, and now it's here, and we've had ample time to try to set up a life to be as self-reliant as possible, and working within our family and our community to survive these hurdles that are coming, So you got to decide. I can tell you personally, I have my own happy place, and though I have many concerns about things that are out there and things that are coming more so for children and grandchildren, you either make a choice to do your best to stay away from the system the best you can, take it as it comes, decide how you either going to be part of it or get around it, because it's going to get harder and harder and harder as all these systems are tied in closer, and you're going to be required to self-commit to the system to have access to many of the things that you're used to having in life: medical, banking, fuel, food, and so forth. So you got to make that decision, okay? And I would encourage you to dive deeper into your faith, and if you're not already, getting a good foothold into the scripture and the word. And if you're not a believer and you don't want to be a believer, I would encourage you to be open-minded to read Revelations and look at what is said in Revelations and what is going on in the world today. So there is a way to be objective and see the things that are happening and then find a foothold and root yourself in your faith. Because I can tell you personally, over the last 10, 12 years, stepping back a bit from a lot of the craziness. I mean, simply scroll through, go on YouTube, and I can go on and look at 30, 40, 50 different podcasters, and I look at titles to their videos, which is like, oh my gosh, I got to hear what this person says. And a lot of it's clickbait. And, bless them for trying. A lot of them are thousands and thousands of subscribers, and they're making money off of how many people read and like their videos. But honestly, they don't know any more than anyone else. Okay, so I would encourage you to focus on your preparedness and your food, water, shelter, security, communications, medicinal. Those are going to be the things that you're going to need to be skills, things that you're going to need to be strong rooted in the coming days, weeks, months, years ahead. Okay. If you stay rooted in the insanity of the clickbait and watching the nightly news, which is mostly propaganda, and many of the podcasters, if they're not talking about skills and ways to learn things, you're really investing your time in a bad place. Okay. So again, learn skills, learn your community, get connected. Excuse me, get involved. Wake up tomorrow feeling like you're better off because you invested your time today to be better prepared, because that's going to be the hard journey for all of us going forth. So again, keep the faith, keep your head on a swivel, know what's going on around you, what things are changing and how it's going to impact your life. All right, and are you ready for it, or do you need to make changes for it? So if you like this video, please hit like. If you got comments, please leave them down below. I would encourage you, if you aren't familiar with it, go over and check out the YouTube video Survival Homestead Training, SHTF, Survival Homestead Training Farm, I believe it is, with my sister and brother over there. They put out really good videos on homesteading and learning everything from animals to shelters to growing, medicinal. Go check them out, Amanda and Jeremiah. So there's others out there that are really good, but I know them personally, and I know their heart's in the right place. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so and help us grow. And again, if you've got something you want to share, you can share it down below, or I'll leave a link below. You can email me if you would like. So be blessed. No matter how bad that you think that it is, I can tell you a lot of places that is far worse off than where we are in America today. We're just in a changing world. There's a lot of evil around us, and trying to decipher good from bad can sometimes be hard. So let's go camping. Take care. God bless. Bravo Echo out.